Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Allie here, obviously, here with another vlog. It's been a minute, I know, but I want to get into some things and update you on my life and just get you updated on what's to come as well. So thank you for coming back and for following along. I really appreciate it. So let's get into it. Okay, so a lot's been happening, honestly. Good, bad, ugly, all of the above. So I kind of am gonna try and retrace my steps to see what I can tell you guys about, what I really want to get into today, and kind of go from there. So bear with me while I try and remember everything that's been going on the last few months. So I don't know about you, but as far as my daily life goes, it's honestly always chaotic. I never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. It's a lot to keep up with. We have a lot of animals in this house. I don't know if you know that, but I'm an animal lover. We all are. And yeah, we keep a lot of animals. So keeping up with that alone is its own job, let alone our day jobs, what I do content creating wise, etc., etc. So a lot's been going on in that regard alone, but I've also been looking to do a lot more content creating. I've been trying to play catch up recently because I've had different health things going on and then different things going on in my life period that have kind of been obstacles, I guess, in me creating my content. But now I've kind of hit the ground running and don't plan on stopping for a while. One of the main things I've been working on with my team of investigators slash podcast hosts is the paranormal aspect that I like to cover. We've been doing paranormal investigations. We actually have an event coming up out here where I live in Richmond, and it's going to be really cool doing a live investigation with people. So we have that coming up at the end of the month, but we're also doing other investigations together, as well as keeping up on our podcast as much as possible to kind of go over what our findings are, as well as different topics of the paranormal field. But what kind of goes along with that is I would like to do more of my own topics, whether it be here on YouTube or on my TikTok, or both, about the paranormal, all aspects of it, really. I mean, there's so much that you can cover on that topic alone, and we have, but not everything. There's just so much that we haven't even touched yet. So I'd like to start covering that on my TikTok and here. So if you're interested in that, please let me know, because I would like to keep doing that, and the more the merrier who wants to join along on that ride. So yeah, that's kind of the next endeavor, and that's my goal for the coming months, I guess. Aside from that, of course, there's my regular content creating and just whether it be photo shoots or other video creation. I have not at all given up on the plus size and body positive aspect of what I post. Obviously, I still post a lot of fashion. I'm kind of getting more into beauty as well. So I've got a variety of things kind of in line right now. And it's going well, but it can be overwhelming, to say the least, especially with, like I said, the other aspects of my life that are kind of chaotic at times. I also was considering doing maybe either quick makeup tutorials or at least little get ready with me makeup looks on TikTok, or I can do a full-blown one on here one day. I get a little nervous with that because I'm not a professional by any means. And even when I say that, I know I'm an esthetician, a licensed esthetician, but I don't have everything I need to know in the makeup artist realm. So I always worry that my way of doing makeup is not going to be considered the right way to do makeup. And I don't want you guys to come for me for that. Not that you would, but you never know. So it's something that's on the table. It's something I want to do, especially because I've had a lot of people ask me how I do my makeup. But keep in mind, I take a lot of shortcuts. I do things that I like to do a certain way, but may not necessarily be the right technique. So again, I guess if you're interested in that, please let me know, and maybe I'll take it more seriously in doing that soon. You know, it's something I'd like to do, but I'd kind of like to hear your thoughts on it. Now, I know I mentioned I had some like health stuff come up recently, and it's nothing like, I guess, too tragic or terrible. I don't really talk in depth about like certain health things I have going on. Most of it, for the record, is autoimmune related, which, you know, I could get into more detail on what all that means if you're not aware of what autoimmune disorders or diseases are. Long story short, it's basically, they can mean a variety of things, but it basically is something that kind of attacks your immune system and can make you feel sick in a variety of ways depending on what you have. So aside from, you know, the asthma I have, which is a different entity, I have some autoimmune issues that I've been getting treatment for, and it's not that it's not going well. It's just like anything with medication, there are always side effects. So again, I don't get into this very often, mostly because I'm kind of private with it. It's just something I feel is a personal thing for me. So it's not, again, anything too tragic. It's just hard. It makes life a little harder. And definitely starting new medications can be very difficult. So I've been dealing with that, and it's going. But I'm adjusting. I'm getting through it, and I'm sure in time things will get a little easier in that regard. At least that's my hope. I'm trying to be optimistic, but you know, yeah, I mean, things can be hard in this regard, and I'm sure if any of you either know someone who's gone through it or you yourself go through it, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I don't want to be too Debbie Downer, I guess, in talking about that. Not that you would be if you decided to, but for me personally, it's just, it affects me mentally the more I focus on it. So that's, I guess, a big reason why I don't talk about it as much. That's just kind of how I cope. So anyway, the other thing that unfortunately wasn't good for me recently, which I won't get too into just because I don't want to get upset, but I had to put my cat down last month. She was 16 and lived a really long, amazing life. She was an incredible cat. She was my best friend, and I miss her dearly. Her name was Bella. I'll try and put like a picture or clip of her in here. But yeah, I miss her every day. She was the sweetest cat in the entire world. And I know she'll always be with me in her own way. And I try and hold on to that. But yeah, I mean, I had her since I was 15 years old. And it's very strange living life without her. I'm still adjusting. I'm getting through it. But yeah, I miss her quite a lot. But in happier news, after losing Bella, I had a hole in my heart, a really big one. And I am the person who never says like you can ever replace a pet, right? In terms of who they were to you and in your life, I don't think that's possible. However, I do think if you get another pet once you're ready, they can really help you in the healing process. They can bring you a huge amount of comfort and can be another best friend in your life that you really love and needed. So after losing Bella, I took some time and tried to heal. I was struggling, to say the least, but I one day decided I'd like to rescue a cat, not a kitten, but like an adult cat, someone who really needed a home and who I could love on and who could love on me, give me all the comfort I needed, and be my little best friend. And I found one at a local rescue. Her name is Luna. She is beautiful. She's a tortoiseshell cat. She has incredible markings. She's got that half face where one's light and one's dark. She's just gorgeous, and she's very, very sweet, and I adore her already. I feel so lucky that I not only found her but got her because a lot of people wanted her, to be honest, and I thought my chances were going to be slim because of that. But I lucked out. She's my baby, and she's kind of obsessed with me already, and it works because I'm obsessed with her too. She is just amazing, and I still, like I said, miss Bella every single day. But Luna has definitely helped me in the healing process. She brings me comfort and love every single day, and that is what I think is so beautiful about pets in general. Animals are always better than humans. We all know it, and I just feel really grateful that I found Luna because I needed her just as much as she needed me. So anyway, aside from that, I've been trying to get out there and be more social. It's going pretty well. Still work in progress, but we're working on it. And I did briefly start dating someone and thought it was going somewhere really amazing, and unfortunately it didn't work out. It happens, unfortunately, a lot. Not just to me, but in general. The modern dating scene is horrific, and I'd like to say it will get better or change, and maybe it will one day, but right now it's not the greatest, and it's a matter of finding that needle in a haystack, that perfectly imperfect person for you that checks at least most of your boxes. I'm not saying anyone is without flaws or should be, so I totally get that. I need someone who is really in it, and that's the hardest thing to find lately. So I'm okay. It's not anything too awful. It happens, but yeah, dating is hard for anyone. It's harder for plus size people, I think, in certain ways, but in general, dating is really hard. And I'd love to find my person at some point. I'd love to settle down and have that whole beautiful happily ever after thing people talk about, and maybe I will. At least I hope I will. But I also don't want to rush it. I don't want to be with someone who ends up being awful for me. I don't want to say picky. I just have standards. I have things I will not give up on, I guess. So it just makes the process a little longer for me. But it should be worth it in the end once I find that person. So that's the current goal when it comes to dating, is just finding the person that checks most of the boxes, if not all of them. So yeah, that's basically everything that's new with me. I'm going to be working, like I said, on a lot of different and new content coming up on all my platforms. So just make sure you're connected with me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and obviously here, Twitter as well, or X, whatever. Make sure we're connected on everything because you won't want to miss all of the things I have coming up. If you're in the Richmond area and you are interested in the paranormal, drop a comment below. I can let you know about the event we have coming up. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, just be on the lookout for everything and make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe and like this video just so you can stay up to date and in contact with me going forward, because there's going to be a lot of really cool and exciting things coming up. I'm looking to do a TikTok live as well this week, so look out for that. I'll try and post on my Instagram and TikTok when that's coming up. And yeah, that's about it. I hope all is well with you guys. Thank you for watching my vlog and this little catch-up / vent session I had. And we will get back to it very soon. Bye.